pleased to announce that we are going to be issuing both criminal and civil subpoenas against White Hawk carriers, where you had an illegal alien who was given a trucker's license, a CDL license, by both Washington and California. He engaged in a very dangerous U-turn that ultimately cost 3 people their lives. We'll be issuing these subpoenas against the employer of this individual. This guy did not know how to speak English. He could not read road signs. He never should have received that CDL license in the first place. We'll have a legal fight ahead of us, no doubt. These sanctuary states, for whatever reason, want to double down and protect criminals. You see these big cities across the country right now that are struggling with crime, turning down the president's offer to come in and help prevent crime. It seems senseless to want to turn away help when you have murder after murder after murder happening in a lot of these cities like Chicago. You know where that's not happening? Right here in Tampa, Florida. This is a big city. There is not a crime problem. And it's because of this guy right here. It's because of the leadership of the sheriff, his wonderful team, and all the law enforcement partners standing here behind me and up and down the state. In Florida, we enforce the law. It's just that simple. And today is another great example of enforcing the law. I want to thank the Organized Crime Unit. Seems like we were just here a few weeks ago for their continued good work. Again, this is revealing how a lot of crime is directly tied to the open border crisis. This wasn't an effort to go find a bunch of illegals. Yes, we're doing that too. But this was an effort to take down a sophisticated organized crime ring. And then lo and behold, all these guys are not U.S. citizens. 6 of the 7 got through under the Biden parole program, where they just handed you a piece of paper with some court date several years out, and maybe you show up, maybe you don't. Another one got through just completely undetected, a got-away. All these individuals have been working together across many counties. They thought they could get rich by cheating our laws. And instead, they're going to be looking at a long time behind bars before they're ultimately deported back where they came from. But rest assured, they will be held accountable here first before they're sent back home. Today, I also am pleased to announce that we are going to be issuing both criminal and civil subpoenas against White Hawk carriers. You might remember the recent incident down in southeast Florida where you had an illegal alien who was given a trucker's license, a CDL license, by both Washington and California. He engaged in a very dangerous U-turn that ultimately cost 3 people their lives. In Florida, we don't just talk the talk. We're going to use every tool, every legal tool at our disposal to fight back and protect our citizens. So today we'll be issuing these subpoenas against the employer of this individual. As a reminder, this guy did not know how to speak English. He could not read road signs. He never should have received that CDL license in the first place. Not only was he illegally here in the country, but he also did not have the competency, the skill set. There's no way he went through the proper training in order to get this license. In addition, we've sent legal demands to both states, Washington and California, to get as much information as possible in how this individual obtained these licenses and how many other illegal aliens who do not speak English, who do not have the competency to drive such large commercial vehicles, how many of them are out on the roads endangering American families. So we'll have a legal fight ahead of us, no doubt. These sanctuary states, for whatever reason, want to double down and protect criminals. But we will continue to fight the good fight, and we will prevail. So again, thanks to the sheriff for having me. Another great success in cracking down on bad guys that want to steal from our families. We'll hold them accountable, and we'll keep this state safe, strong, and free. Thank you.
Thank you, General Uthmeier. At this time, I'd like to invite to the podium Art Lazo, Vice President of Asset Protection for Speedway 7-Eleven.
Thank you, Sheriff. Well, Art Lazo with 7-Eleven. I first off just really want to express our gratitude to Sheriff Chronister, to the Attorney General. Just fantastic collaboration all the way across the board. On August 5th, the Organized Crime Task Force executed a major operation, traveling across multiple counties to carry out arrests and search warrants. And thanks to their efforts and the support of Clay County, Jacksonville, Orange County, Osceola, Palm Beach, and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, these individuals were arrested with charges including racketeering, conspiracy, money laundering, and another suspect has been arrested since that date on the 5th. I do want to recognize within my own team at 7-Eleven, investigator Jessica Garcia, who played a key role in uncovering and documenting these thefts. Her work helped link 136 separate incidents across 46 stores and multiple brands, totaling more than 55,000 gallons of stolen diesel, a loss of over $200,000. The collaboration was key from the beginning. We worked closely with investigators at Racetrack. I want to thank investigator Katie McCroskey and Kelly and his team for their openness and collaboration. This kind of teamwork across retailers is essential when facing organized crime. Looking ahead, we're committed to continuing this collaboration with law enforcement and our peers in the industry to pursue theft to the highest degree of the law. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lazo. And now I'd like to invite Mr. Kelly Harrington, Director of Asset Protection for Racetrack.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kelly Harrington, and I'm the Director of Asset Protection for Racetrack, Inc. I'm honored to stand here today representing Racetrack alongside of General Uthmeier, Sheriff Chronister, and many other law enforcement professionals from across the state of Florida. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Racetrack, since no state has more racetracks than the Sunshine State with over 250 locations. We've called Atlanta home since 1976, and we're set to unveil our 600th store in the company this fall. I've served as Racetrack's Director of Asset Protection for several years, since 2022, and I can assure you that our company places the safety and well-being of our guests and team members as our top priority. Any criminal activity doesn't just hurt Racetrack and the communities that we faithfully serve, but it creates real safety risk for our team members and our guests. Typically, our company's interactions with law enforcement across the 14 states that we serve involve responses to various crimes, and we thank them and appreciate those relationships for the thankless work that they do to protect our stores, our team members, and our guests. But today is a good day. Today we are celebrating and sharing how the relationships we've developed with state leadership, various law enforcement agencies, and private sector partners have helped curb a fuel theft crime ring. This prosecution is one of the largest statewide cases of its kind, dismantling a criminal network of fuel thieves who have severely impacted Florida businesses, communities, and taxpayers. I want to give a special thanks to Racetrack's corporate investigator, Katie McCroskey, for her tenacity and persistence in this case, spanning nearly 18 months of investigation, tying together dozens and dozens of impacts across numerous stores. I also want to thank our 7-Eleven partners, Investigator Garcia, and the leadership of Art for their team's contributions and partnerships on this case. The strong leadership of the Governor's Office, the AG's Office, the Office of Statewide Prosecution, the sheriffs and law enforcement professionals across the state of Florida, they're sending a strong message that there's a zero-tolerance policy for organized retail crime and threats to our critical infrastructure.